Hello there, my very good friends. On today's wrestling news, we have a potential disappointment heading into Full Gear.
A backstage update on Dolph Ziggler's wrestling future.
Got the latest on WWE's plans for the LWO.
And AEW earns a big old payday from the SEGA Street Fight. I'm Adam Wilborn.
They were paid by Sonic the Hedgehog himself.
And this is the news.
Alright, we're going to kick things off by talking a little Full Gear here. Tony Khan, he's giving us a signing or something tomorrow night when the pay-per-view takes place. He tweeted the other day saying, hey, it's going to be one of the best wrestlers in the world who virtually every AEW fan knows. Presumably a lot of WWE fans will know them as well because that's how wrestling works.
Yep.
So he's not promised like the biggest name in the world or anything like that. He's not promised Steve Austin or whatever. But a degree of expectation does come with that. And when you think of expectation, the biggest name would probably be, in terms of realistic stuff, Mercedes Moné, right? The former Sasha Banks. It's not her.
Oh.
It's not her. At least according to AEW sources. Fightful Select have been on. As always, they're always on, aren't they? They always got the scoop skis. Noting that people have indicated, people who would know about this stuff, that it isn't Mercedes, even though she's among the leading candidates. Several people have suggested this. There are plans for the two parties to work together in the future, but there's no idea of when. Mercedes, of course, has been injured since May when she smashed her ankle up wrestling Willow Nightingale in New Japan, but on a US show. They called it in the ring. Willow won. Very professional work. Mercedes has been out ever since. She was on camera at All In, but they didn't show her on camera because she's been wearing a boot because her ankle was thrashed. She was recently on Cameo, of all places, saying, yeah, I'm going to be back in the ring in 2024. Look out for me in A Company. So she's working for a wrestling promotion, not just like wrestling in a circus or something like that. Yeah, I'm just going down to the local fun fair and going to have a match with a child. This took a bizarre turn. Why would Mercedes Moné be wrestling children? I don't know. But there you go. It's not her at the weekend, seemingly, which means it's a big name ruled out.
Yes, exactly. It's only a matter of time for Mercedes Moné, but like you say, you don't want to rush back from an injury and just be hopeful that it's early in 2024 that we get to see her in a wrestling ring. I think, by my calculation, that's the 10th bait and switch for AEW with Mercedes Moné. They get the next one for free. No, I'm joking, of course, but bad faith people will say when it's not Mercedes, oh, they said it was basically going to be Mercedes.
Yeah, they guaranteed Goldberg. Actually, I don't think many people would want that. But
he is a name on a list that I watched yesterday.
Hey, check that out, by the way. We did this yesterday. Candidates for this mystery spot. Mercedes is obviously on it, but the video's on the channel. Check that out right now and let us know in the comment section below who you think it's going to be and who you want it to be as well, because that could be two different people,
exactly.
Right? Like, I said Goldberg because I like chaos, but a lot of that might not be a popular choice. So
one of the names also featured on that list, Andy Murray, is the former Dolph Ziggler, aka Nick Nemeth, aka, well, known as, it should be just KA. Known as Nick Nemeth nowadays. But it is unlikely to be him as well being the new signing at Full Gear, because on Wrestling Observer Radio, and I wish someone else, maybe on a list, had already pointed this out. Dave Meltzer stated that although he'd been heavily speculated on Dolph Ziggler, the former Dolph Ziggler, he's serving a 90-day non-compete. Yeah. That's how it works with WWE. Yeah. So he was let go by WWE on the 21st of September, which means 20th of December is when he'll be able to start signing contracts and working for companies, etc. So unless they've got some sort of magic deal through, it's not going to be Dolph showing up at Full Gear on Saturday, which is a shame.
It would have to be, they'd have to, either Dolph would have to buy his own, Nick, I guess we call him now, either he would have to buy out his contract or AEW would do it. And then WWE would have to agree to that. Yeah. And then it'd be like, hey, we will give you this person early. No problem, competition. So I don't see it happening. No. I did go over this caveat when I was doing the list because it's important to mention. It's a legal situation. The fun option would be him just going rogue and getting
sued.
Just ended up in a courtroom with Nick Khan. No, thank you.
Nick versus Nick.
Oh,
Battle of the Nicks.
Yeah, whoever wins gets the rights to the name Nick. So actually, you could could do that. Nick versus Nick, and then you could do Tony Khan versus Nick Khan for the rights to name Khan. If Nick Khan loses twice, he's got no name. He erased his name like a dragon. That's the fourth story, not the third one on this video.
Bollocks!
Otherwise, that would have been an incredible segue.
What a segue that would have been.
Man. Hey, do you know the guy who invented the Segway actually died by driving it off a cliff?
I randomly read that on X like yesterday on one of those morbid Twitter accounts.
Poor bugger. That's horrible.
Yeah.
My goodness.
I've ridden a Segway like twice, and I was like, and that's enough.
Yeah.
That's enough for me.
I can barely walk without falling over, so I'm not attempting that.
I'm gonna get Eric a hoverboard for Christmas though. See what happens.
Like Cool Spot. Famous for using hoverboards and not surfboards. Shall we do the next story?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, sure. Nick Nemeth, there you go. Dolph Ziggler. Zigglypuff, my favorite Pokemon.
Yes, Mr. Ziggles.
There you go. Mr. Dolph.
Dolph Lundgren.
Dolphin.
Hang on.
Jesus Christ.
You didn't have that in my locker, did you?
So you've done a dolphin. What was the impression earlier?
Turtle.
Perfect.
It's a menagerie. This news.
Marine life, and it's also flat FUCK
What is it,
Friday.
guys?
Oh, the eel's here too. Look at this prick. Right, let's move on to our next story.
I have no idea what it even is now. I've completely forgotten.
Plans for the LWO.
Oh, right.
No major surprises here, but I think it's quite interesting. Group warfare appears to be the direction. Obviously, on last week's episode of SmackDown, we got Santos Escobar turning on Rey Mysterio finally, after he's previously cost him the US title against Logan Paul. Rey's out anyway. He had knee surgery. He's going to be gone for 6 to 8 weeks. They led into that a little bit with the angle, which is good. It's a legit injury. House of Wrestling and The Observer confirmed that. But when Rey comes back, it looks like it's going to be a couple against a triple. Santos Escobar, according to Dave on Wrestling Observer Radio, is going to align with Cruz del Toro and Joaquin Wilde. Of course, they go way back. Legado del Fantasma. I almost called them Fantasma del Legado there, which would have been completely incorrect. So they're going to move over to that side of the fracture. Carlito apparently is going to be aligned with Rey. No word on where Zelina Vega is going to land, but it's pretty cool nonetheless. So you'd imagine that these allegiances will start to show while Rey is away, and then Rey will come back and we'll have some kind of fight. Rey's side would be one person short-handed, so it'll be interesting to see if they throw someone else into the mix.
Bad Bunny, please.
Oh God, yes. That'd be fun. Bring back Bad Bunny, man.
Best. I'm going to rewatch that Backlash entrance again today.
Damian Priest wasn't too...
Go!
He's on one this week, man. Damian Priest wasn't too high on the prospects of Bad Bunny coming back at a recent press conference, if you recall.
I remember it.
Yeah, I remember it too. But hey, who knows? Maybe they'll get Taylor Swift instead.
I love the LWO. I love this storyline. I banged on about this the other day, so I'm not going to say too much here. But it makes sense for Del Toro and Wilde to align with Santos, especially when they got murdered by the Street Profits, kind of as a result of Rey's actions recently.
That was really mean.
I'd keep Zelina babyface. I think she works really well as a babyface, and you kind of need to have a few more on SmackDown, to be honest. I think just having her be like, yeah, because she was so like, what the bloody hell are you doing, Santos, when it happened? I'm excited to see how they follow it up on SmackDown tonight.
I agree.
Right, we started off this news by talking about Monet, and we're going to finish by talking about money.
Okay.
AEW made a load of Dosh Wonga from their Sega Street Fight. The Like a Dragon Gagan, the man who erased his name Street Fight.
So what a name.
According to Fightful Select, 6 figures they made from that. It had been organised for quite some time. Sammy Guevara was obviously going to be factored in with injury. Brian Cage took his place. Big Show. Paul White, sorry.
Hey, no more BS. Sir.
Yes.
Please.
Apparently they were planning to try and put it on Full Gear, but they thought actually more eyes on it on telly. I think that's the right choice as well because it gave it more time. It would have, I think, probably not has been as long had you hoid that one on pay-per-view. And AEW very happy with how it went. Obviously this follows on from their, what was it, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre match that was all over the bloody place, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
This one ruled. I'm going to watch it again this weekend.
Yeah, very different very different scenarios with these 2 recent sponsored matches. Of course, the Texas Chainsaw... Look, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre match was an absolute abomination. Like, as a match, it was awful. However...
At least it was saved by that great Leatherface at the end.
Okay. Jeff Jarrett is the Chainsaw Champion. I love it. And it wasn't Jeff Jarrett's fault that match sucked. It was just the composition of it all. It was chaos. But that match raised $100,000
yes, we should say that.
in sponsorship, and that was donated to the Maui Food Bank in the wake of the horrific wildfires. So, like, good came of that match, which is great, obviously. This one is just a sponsor. Let's just get some money. That's what this one is.
I loved it. Do it every year for me.
I respect it. So, Paul White took that bump on the car for your sins. The bump was sensational.
Kota Ibushi not only took a tombstone through like a sign on some chairs and got up before Kyle Fletcher, who gave him the move. I saw yesterday on X, which I didn't notice during the match, there's a bit where Kenny Omega's getting double teamed. Coach just walking around the outside, hit himself in the face.
I love the way that man's brain works.
He's
taking the clothesline bump off the bike as well. Hitting people.
After his brutal shots with the...
Great.
We showed it to Ewan in the office yesterday and he popped huge.
He said it looked too dangerous, if anything.
Right, let's move over to your Twitter questions at WhatCulture WWE. Of course, we're going to get in touch with us. First question today comes from Darren. 2 in 2 days.
Hey.
He's cracked the case, hasn't he? About to get him on the news.
He knows it. You know, he's figured out the time slot.
Yeah, thank you, Darren, for your question as always. Good morning, gents. Darren writes, who beats Io Sky for a SmackDown Women's title? I'm going to say Bayley will do it at the Rumble as the hugger babyface gimmick again, like that.
Yeah, I could see a split in Damage Control for sure.
And they need to turn Bayley back babyface now.
Yeah, I'm ready for that after years. She's been a heel for like 5 years or something.
Yeah.
Ages now. Some great stuff in there, of course, but, you know, freshen it up.
Kick her out of Damage Control and say, you've got no more buddies.
Yeah. Buddy Murphy
No,
shows
not Buddy
up. Yeah. Well, that could even the odds. You know, if you've got Asuka, Io, and Kairi, you've got Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Buddy Murphy. Perfect. What was the question again?
Who beats Io Sky if it's not Bayley?
If it's not Bayley, Jade, I think.
Okay.
I think that's a good direction for her. I'd like to see Io hold it for a bit longer because she's great and she deserves it. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't know when this actually is going to happen because I've got no issues with Io Sky holding this title for a lot longer. Kairi Sane, now she's back.
Nice.
I think they could have an absolute barn burner.
What about Buddy Matthews? Where's he?
Where's
he factored?
Special guest referee, maybe.
Yeah, we might as well get Wesley Blake in as well.
Indeed.
Why not?
Larissa C gives us our next question. Thank you, Larissa. Hey guys, throwback to Silly Fridays. Thank you very much. I was wondering if you could.
Friday isn't so great.
If you could trade bald wrestlers to the hair community and vice versa, have them on your team. For example, Stone Cold gets his hair back and Kenny Omega loses his. Who are you picking from the Philippines? Thank you, Larissa.
100%. So the thing you need to understand, the bald community is a community, and we are very close and we look after each other. It's like a kinship. It's like a hive almost. You know, like that old rumor when you were a kid saying like if you squashed an ant, all the other ants in the hive would feel upset. That's how the bald community works. So with that in mind, get right back the hell out of here. We don't want that idiot. Go and grow a mullet, brother. Get lost. We don't want you.
Yeah.
There you go. And as far as people who should join the bald community goes, look, if he's not going to grow back the top knot, this current haircut just ain't working out for him. Wardlow, shave it off, man. Come on. Join us. He's not even remotely going bald.
No.
But, you know, he should chrome that dome, baby.
I remember distinctly finding it incredibly weird when I was like, what do you mean Stone Cold Steve Austin used to have hair?
Yeah,
because I came through in the late 90s and obviously that was all gone by then. So yeah, I'm trying to think of who I want to have a mullet now. Cesaro?
Ooh, no. No, that would not look good.
And in terms of joining the ball community, we were enjoying, there's actually a list on whatculture.com of what certain wrestlers would look like bald. I'm going to go Roman Reigns.
Yeah, why not? Matt Hardy actually looked really good on that list.
He did look good.
There you go. Shout out to Simon Gallagher who put that together.
Delete hair. Shout out to, formerly of this parish, Simon Gallagher.
Legend.
Top bloke he is.
I wish he was still here. Like, I've wished he was still here for about 3.5 years.
I miss that man so much.
James Hunt as well. Bring them all back.
Go and check out Cy Gallagher's work.
Maybe not them all, but bring some of them back.
David Newport gives us our final question of the day.
That's not a shot at the people who were here before us. I'm just having a joke.
Good morning, Andy Murray and the King of the Mic. what?
My phone. My phone took a
So that's gone. Hope you both have an amazing day. Dave, have an amazing day too. With I'm a Celebrity starting again on Sunday, and indeed, Nigel Farage.
Just to be clear, Nigel Farage.
Yeah. Which 12 wrestlers would you like to see enter the jungle and do all those nasty trials? 6 from WWE, 6 from AEW. Please use the box. So yeah, we'll pick our 6 from AEW from the box after we've picked our WWE ones. So you want people to take on nasty trials. So you want people to kind of suffer, but you also we need a bit of camaraderie around the camp.
Do.
So my first suggestion is going to be Chad Gable because I think he's good and versatile on that.
And he would coach people to enjoy it. R-Truth because it needs to be funny.
Yeah.
There you go.
Boogeyman because he's already eat worms.
Yeah, he's worming and squirming. It's an island, so you need a tugboat to get the hell off it. There you go. That's cheating, but you know.
No, I'd allow it.
That's how it goes.
Cody Rhodes because he can make the best of anything.
Sensational. Lexus King because I want to see what that bizarre facial hair looks like after it's been not groomed for a week.
Is that all of them?
Yeah.
If we've not done enough, I've lost count. Austin Theory because he deserves to suffer. There we go. Let's get our 6 from AEW.
6 from AEW.
If one of them's crap, aka, well, you can take one guess what that is. Are we putting Turbo Floyd in? Because we're putting Turbo Floyd in everything because he's the best.
This is kind of perfect. Chris Jericho.
Brilliant.
Is going to the island. He would do it as well.
Katsuyori Shibata.
Oh, you better make sure his brain is well
Yeah,
packaged.
they'll be like, you're going to be eating a goat's brain. He'll be like, I remember when my brain was removed.
Pop out your head, man. And Helico. There you go. Who you got?
Ortiz.
Nice. Very handsome.
Someone could
man.
knock up the graphics for this.
Very cool man as well.
We have to pick our winner in a second, by the way.
Abaddon. They are going to zombie everyone. It's great.
Adam!
Oh no!
Go in the jungle, Adam!
I'm not watching that. I'm not watching Adam!
I'm not watching it because Nigel Farage's in it.
Abaddon, if you could please eat Roderick Strong first, that would be good. That would be good.
Stop normalising politicians to be funny, aren't they? They ruin the country.
And also, for the record, Nigel Farage.
Yes, just one
more time.
I really feel like we haven't covered the point of Nigel Farage.
Hey!
Turbo Floyd wins.
Go on, do this. We'll look cool. Look cool and
But
hard.
everyone, check out this video. See you later.
No, we're not swearing at you. Just for the record. Nigel Farage.